Alright, blood, we taking a look at all this shit going on with Diddy. And I mean, goddamn, I heard he gave Cassie a 12-piece combo with a swanton bomb on the side. Actually, speaking of bombs, I heard this nigga really did put an explosive in Kid Cudi's vehicle. Yo, actually, let's just look at this shit. But apparently, this nigga, apparently, blood is not the subject of a criminal investigation, which, I mean, that flabbergasts me. Like, I mean, yo, I heard some shit where Diddy was having her get like sexual escorts and whatnot, and this nigga Diddy was talking about gripping a BBC with two hands and fucking swinging it over this way while this nigga pleasured himself. Like it was crazy. But we'll definitely come back and look at this in just a second. But yeah, blood. What the fuck? God damn it. My bad, Joe. 1 second. I missed my guy, okay. Yo, what up, bro?
Yo, what's good, dog?
Shit, just making. I'm really recording a video right now. I actually got you in it now, so you might as well say what up.
What's good?
This nigga. Are you all good though?
What?
You all good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Boy, here, give me just just give me a little bit. You gonna be up for a second?
Yeah. I don't know you're recording.
Yeah. I'm gonna call you back here in a second, okay?
Alright, late.
Alright, brother. That little nigga we. I ain't gonna lie, that's like my actual brother. Like I ain't gonna say I catch a body for that nigga because I would never commit no illegal activity, and if I would, I would never give y'all any kind of fucking pre-warning about it. I would never be like, yo nigga, I'm gonna fucking kill this nigga, and then the nigga really turn up dead. Like, nah. But anyway, let's check this shit out. My bad for that long interjection.
What up, guys? Your boy Quake, and things ain't looking too good for Diddy, aka Brother Love, aka Puffy. And to be honest, I saw this coming from a mile away. After Keefy D got arrested, a lot of rumors were swirling that, Puffy allegedly had something to do with getting Tupac, killed with the $1 million hit thing. So now he's getting allegations, very serious allegations. I can't say the R word. You guys kind of know what I'm referring to. Just think of the word grape and then take off the G. That's what I'm talking.
Yeah, I don't know why. When he said R word, I started thinking like Rogue Bussin'. That's the first word that came to my mind. But anyway, yo, blood, I totally forgot about that nigga Keefy D. The nigga that fucking rapped Tupac down. Like, yo, what? Because didn't he say that Diddy was the nigga that organized that shit? But we just seen Diddy not part of no criminal investigation. But we already know the NYPD, they'll love to let a nigga fucking get his guard down. This nigga Diddy get back to having those freakouts. Next thing you fucking know, bro, they get hit with a goddamn RICO charge. Blood might go out like R. Kelly.
That's what I'm talking about. And, assault, stuff like that. And it's coming from his ex-girlfriend, Cassie. She was dating him for a while, and now she's gone to courts, set up a lawsuit, and is accusing Diddy of a lot of things. And there are a lot of stories in between this. So let's go over the whole thing. Let's see what Cassie's talking about. And let's see what Diddy's lawyer had to say about the whole lawsuit itself. The New York Times reported this, saying Sean Combs, the producer and music mogul who has been one of the most famous names in hip-hop for decades, was sued in federal court on Thursday by Cassie, an R&B singer once signed to his label, who accused Mr. Combs of rape and repeated physical abuse over about a decade. In the suit filed in federal district court in Manhattan, Cassie, whose real name is Cassandra Ventura, and who had long been Mr. Combs' romantic partner, says that not long after she met him in 2005, when she was just 19, he began a pattern of control and abuse that included plying her with drugs, beating her, and forcing her to have sex with a succession of male prostitutes while he filmed the encounters. In 2018, the suit says near the end of their relationship, Mr. Combs forced his way into her home and raped her. After a year...
Yo, I'm telling you, I read like a little fucking description. This nigga Diddy, he was fucking having her grab the fucking BBC the same way, like, the little kids at school grab the fucking tug of war. Like, yo, you then mountain climbers grab the fucking rope when they about to fucking fall and plummet to their demise. Like, yo, this nigga Diddy was like, yo, turn that cock this way, bitch. Like, yo, I don't know about this, y'all. Like, yo, let me know in the comment section. Is this what you do when you this rich? Like, when you got access to billions? Like, do you want to fucking see BBC from like an 81-degree angle? I don't know, blood. Like, if that's the case, I want to be poor for the rest of my life.
For years in silence and darkness, Mr. Ventura said in a statement, "I am finally ready to tell my story and speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationships." In a response, a lawyer for Mr. Combs, Ben Brofman, said Mr. Combs vehemently denies those offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about the relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as a blatant blackmail. Despite withdrawing her initial threat, Ms. Ventura has now resorted to filing a lawsuit riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking a payday. So Diddy's lawyer is automatically off the rip saying this is just to get money and that she has been threatening this for a while and that she wanted $30 million to not say anything. And apparently Diddy said, hell no, you can go to hell with that. And
what do you think she needed 30 M's for? Like, $30 million, man. What can you do with that kind of money, y'all? I've never even thought about it. Y'all can let me know in the comment section.
Well, this is the result of that, according to Diddy and his lawyer. Douglas Widder, a lawyer for Miss Ventura, which is Cassie, said the parties had spoken before the suit was filed. Mr. Combs offered Cassie 8 figures, that's anywhere from $1 million to $9,999,000, to silence her and prevent the filing of this lawsuit. He said she rejected his efforts. So on the other side, Cassie's lawyer is saying, you know what? Diddy wanted to silence her, offered to pay anywhere between $1 million to $900,000.
I'm sorry to keep interjecting y'all, but when this nigga say silence, like, it just kind of reminds me of when James Bond put a bullet in the back of somebody's head.
$9,999,000. She rejected it and didn't care about the money. So that's kind of, with these type of cases, that's always the situation where, it's about money or it's not about money. So, once this finally goes to trial, all that stuff with evidence, we'll see if any of this is true or not. Right now, it just got filed. So we're going to have to see as, the months and years go down when this actually goes to trial, what will happen. But yeah, man, these stories that you're about to hear that allegedly happened, this is what Cassie's saying happened, is wild. Like, you got moments where he tried to kill Suge Knight, tried to kill Kid Cudi by blowing up his car. Hank dangled people from like 17th story hotel balconies, like just crazy movie type of events that I'm just mind blown by, and just reading this stuff is crazy. So I'm gonna go over.
Yo, Blood said, get this nigga a fucking a Paramount Plus series like now.
Some of the documents, and this is just like legal, actual paperwork that was filed in the lawsuit. It said throughout the relationship, Mr. Combs was prone to uncontrollable rage and frequently beat Cassie savagely. I know it says Miss Ventura on there, but I'm just going to call her Cassie. These beatings were witnessed by Mr. Combs' staff and employees of Bad Boy Entertainment and Mr. Combs' related businesses, but no one dared to speak up against their frightening and ferocious boss. Following these episodes of horrific abuse, Mr. Combs would immediately attempt to hide Miss Ventura and the evidence of his violent rage. He often showered her with gifts following incidents of physical abuse and typical pattern of behavior by serial abusers. This is typical behavior. Usually, the abuser would do something wrong, apologize, and try to make up for it in buying things or just, showing love and being nice for the moment. And then they go back into that cycle, and then the woman doesn't know, does this person love me? Not, whatever the case may be. It's a very vicious cycle, and if you're...
Yo, I'm telling you now, like, I understand, like, the attachment and all that shit, but, yo, if a nigga just beat the fucking brakes out of you, I'm talking like, yo, this nigga basically, like, hit you with, like, a strike of lightning. Like, yo, why would you go back to that nigga? Blood left you looking like you just fucking got in the ring with Mike Tyson, and you talking about, he loves me! Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I used to think that fucking shit was love, yo. When motherfuckers, you gonna fight for me or what? Like, I used to think that's what, like, because in like the movies and like BT and all that shit, like, yo, niggas is ready to crash out for that woman. Like, a nigga will fucking do life in prison for a nigga. I'm sorry, a nigga will do life in prison for a bitch that will fuck his homie while that nigga in jail. Like, yo, it's crazy. But that's what I used to think love was, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching Ron and Sam on Jersey Shore, like, but yeah, now I know that's toxic, my nigga. And I'm telling you now, like, if I was Cassie, if this nigga Diddy, this nigga, he could have fucking been playing around and flicked me on the forehead like that nigga Itachi did Sasuke. And I'm telling you now, like, I'd have fucking called the police.
And if you're in it, man, it's something that's hard to get out of because you're kind of going against what you love and what survival, basically. It's a very, very vicious thing. So in addition to physical assaults, Mr. Combs frequently reminded Miss Ventura of his ability to cause serious harm, whether by requiring her to carry his gun in her purse or by blowing up the car of a musician that was romantically interested in Miss Ventura. Adding insult to the injury, Mr. Combs used illegal substance and threats of violence to force Miss Ventura into repeated unwanted sexual encounters with male sex workers. Over the years that Mr. Combs abused Miss Ventura physically and sexually.
Okay, also real quick, we just cannot glaze over that shit. Like, we know, I seen he blew up Kid Cudi's car. Like, this nigga Kid Cudi, y'all remember in Ocean's 11 when that nigga Brad Pitt was walking downstairs, he was on the phone with that nigga Terry, whatever his last name was, and Blood was all like, yeah, the minute you open your door, boom, and that nigga was like, stop talking shit, nigga. And, Blood got ready to open up his door, and that shit exploded. Like, yo, who did this nigga did he think he is? You remember when Walter White, that nigga from Breaking Bad, Heisenberg? Yo, y'all remember when that nigga blew up that Dodge Challenger? Yo, this nigga, if Diddy, I swear, yo, if they make a fucking Diddy TV show, I don't give a fuck what they call it, nigga, like, but we need that nigga Diddy, like, this nigga can't go to prison, I'm sorry, we need this nigga at least for 3 seasons, because I'll subscribe to Paramount Plus, I promise you, I'll buy the live TV and all that shit, but yo, this nigga Diddy, like, this nigga is really doing some mafia shit, like, this nigga in the trenches, why is he not in the studio? Fuck! Yeah, I'm telling you now, like, if this nigga Diddy got in the booth talking about life in the trenches was hard, she cheated on me, I blew up Kid Cudi's car? God fucking damn it, like, nigga, I'll pay for the album. Anyway, I'm done, my bad, my fault.
Sexually, she again and again tried to escape his tight hold over her life. Every time she hid, Mr. Combs' vast network of corporations and affiliated entities found her, and those who worked for Mr. Combs' companies implored her to return to him. Many went as far as explicitly state that her failure to return to Mr. Combs would hinder her success in the entertainment industry. When she believed that she had finally separated from her longtime abuser, she joined Mr. Combs for a dinner, after which he forced her into her home and raped her while she repeatedly said no and tried to push him away. So Mr. Combs also became deeply involved in Cassie's personal life, with his personal staff attending to Cassie's day-to-day travel and other needs, including medical care. On multiple occasions, Mr. Combs had Cassie's personal medical records sent directly to his email address. For instance, when Cassie...
Isn't that illegal? Look, let me know in the comment section. Sorry to interject.
Cassie began experiencing memory loss, potentially due to excessive drug use or other head injuries caused by Mr. Combs' beatings, as described below. Her MRI results were provided directly to Mr. Combs. Mr. Combs also repeatedly arranged for his staff to drive Cassie to certain doctor's appointments. So medical records obviously is private, so that's that alone is violation.
That's what I thought.
Way, Mr. Combs exerted ownership over Cassie. Another example of the ways in which he manipulated Cassie and ensured obedience. Early on in their relationship, he asked Cassie what she called her grandfather. When Cassie said that she referred to her grandfather as Pop Pop, Mr. Combs perversely insisted that Cassie refer to him with that nickname.
What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck, my nigga? Wait, ew, hold on. Wait, The Rock on Jimmy Fallon?
What is Acorns, by the way? What is... So Acorns is a...
Nah. I don't want to hear this nigga talk about some fucking bank, my nigga. Yeah, nigga, Acorns will double your fucking cash. Like, alright, my nigga. Blood out there fucking... hitting us with one of them goddamn
wild
nigga
things.
that Acorn shit I be seeing the commercials. That's literally the equivalency of an NFT scheme, my nigga. Like y'all know then where the niggas be paying for the fucking pictures is supposed to be worth millions. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, this shit is fucking nuts, my nigga. Like low key, hey, hold on, I gotta run that shit back because that Acorn shit threw me up. Oh yeah, that pop shit. Holy smokes, yo, this nigga Diddy is a black pill, my nigga. Yo, let's keep it a P. This nigga talking about like you're gonna obey me, little blood thinking she like under a spell or something. This nigga treating her like a fucking dog. You know when you fucking like get the little fucking not kibble, but what do you call that little dog chow? You know when you fucking put that little mush stuff in the bowl and the dog just come running in your fucking direction? Like yo, that's what Diddy thought was going on with fucking Cassandra or Cassie.
Referred to her grandfather as Pop. Mr. Combs perversely insisted that Cassie refer to him with that nickname.
Her dead grandfather, Diddy, you sick motherfucker.
That is some wild things, man. Yeah, calling somebody Pop, and that's your like romantic lover. That's kind of weird. I ain't gonna lie. All this is allegedly, by the way, guys. I don't want to, I don't want you guys to think and be like, oh, this has happened. This is real. We got to wait until the actual, the court proceedings, all that stuff happen, the trial happens. Then we'll know, based off of evidence, whether actually Diddy did this stuff. And I know it's easy to just point fingers and be like, yeah, he did this. Just, this is just right now allegations. But it's not looking good, man. Diddy's getting allegations of, the Tupac hit for $1 million, that he allegedly put $1 million in Tupac's head and they got him. That's not looking good because Keefe D is locked up. So, just overall, it's not looking good. Here is a story of Diddy basically trying to track down Suge Knight and kill him. This is wild. This is no surprise, though. Diddy and Suge Knight do not get along. Of course, we know the history. Cassie was also exposed to intense violence that pervaded Combs' rise to fame. For example, on one occasion when Mr. Combs and Cassie were using drugs together in his home, one of his security staff barged in and announced that Suge Knight, a longtime rival of Mr. Combs, was spotted at Mel's Drive-In Diner in Los Angeles. Mr. Combs began to get dressed, retrieved multiple guns from a safe, and ran out of his home to where he believed Mr. Knight was dining. Cassie became terrified and began to cry. Wow. I wonder what happened that night and why nothing.
God damn it. Blood, I'm literally at a loss for words. Yo, this nigga Diddy hit every cheat code he fucking know. They basically said this nigga had like a fucking weapon wheel on him. Jesus Christ. And then, of course, you got Cassie in the background. She crying like Mary Jane from Spider-Man. Whenever that bitch falling off a fucking building, then Spider-Man gotta, bitch, I'm fighting like the main villain right now, right? Like, yo, that's the last thing you fucking need. Yo, you spinning on the fucking opposite like this nigga about to go full Beyblade. And you got your girl in the background. Oh my God, Diddy, don't do it! Like, yo, everybody in the fucking restaurant, like, oh, wait a second. Hey, that nigga isn't a fucking. He wearing a Pooh Shiesty mask. We didn't even know who it was, but now we know it's Diddy. Thanks, Cassie. Yo, Cassie might be a fucking detective.
Why nothing really popped off? I wonder who got into his.
I'm messing around, by the way. I'm being I'm being mad sarcastic. Like, I just gotta say that shit right now. Like, Cassie is a victim. Like, yo, if all these allegations are true. I mean, even though they came to some kind of settlement, which I'll show y'all here in a minute, but if these allegations are true, this nigga Diddy, like needs to be locked up in Arkham Asylum or something, okay?
Got into his head, maybe didn't find Suge Knight where he thought he would find him, but that would be crazy. That would have been a whole different story. Clearly a temper problem there. And this is wild. Now, this Kid Cudi, who at one point had a type of relationship with Cassie, Diddy basically threatened to blow up his car. So this document says, in February 2012, during Paris Fashion Week, Mr. Combs told Cassie that he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car and that he wanted to ensure that Kid Cudi was home with his friends when it happened. Around that time, Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. So it happened. It happened. Through a
Yo, I'm sorry to interject, but no wonder my man's Cudi always in and out of rehab blood. Like, yo, this nigga beefing with Drake. This nigga Drake's spinning the block. This nigga honking the horn outside his house, bro. Like, this nigga Diddy blew his car up. Like, I mean, like, nigga, tell me that's not some shit you see in, like, Rambo or fucking District 9. Like, Jesus Christ, like, yo, can you imagine fucking getting ready to fucking head out, you know what I'm saying? The homies hung over you, like, I'm finna run to the fucking store and grab some shit for everybody. Like, yo, you fucking head out, you fucking hit the little fucking to unlock the doors. Nice to let you know your shit is in flames. Like, if this is true, but is that not attempted murder? Y'all gotta let me know in the comments section. This nigga fucking Diddy. This is insane. Blood really think he's Mad Max. Holy shit. I mean, at the end of that fucking, like, Paramount Plus TV series, like, in the last episode, I swear to God, like, Diddy need to fucking go out in a pair of handcuffs, nigga, because, you know, this nigga is really fucking living like that fucking nigga in Bronx Tale. What was that nigga's name? Sonny? Yeah, this is nuts.
A spokeswoman, Kid Cudi, confirmed Cassie's account. This is all true, he said. All
snitching!
The car blowing up, all the stuff about him getting jealous, all that stuff, all true, which is...
I'm sorry, but hey, one other thing, like, I'm a Cudi fan, but blood, like, what was Cassie thinking, my nigga? Like, yo, with Kid Cudi, like, nah, she needed to be one of the fucking killers. Like, I guess back then being a hood rapper wasn't really that prevalent, huh? I'm trying to think, who was a hood rapper in, like, 2012? Ooh, like, Ace Hood? Maybe. Like, I think Jeezy was rapping, like, yo, tell you now, if Diddy would have blew Jeezy's car up, like, I don't know, man. Blood would have went from being young Jeezy to being the goddamn snowman. Like, come on now. Shit would have fucking got cold outside.
Which is wild. And this is the wild stuff about sex workers and how, you know, basically Combs forced her to do stuff with other men and, you know, without her wanting to do it. Here's the actual document. Mr. Combs always supplies Cassie and the sex worker with copious amounts of drugs before and during the FOs. Cassie was given ecstasy, cocaine,
Yeah, it's just so y'all know, like I said, I heard that the FO, nigga, like, that shit don't stand for overtime. Or wait a second, no, I'm fucked up, my fault. That shit is mad off. But like I said, that shit don't stand for fuck off, nigga. That shit stand for freak offs. Like, yo, I heard that nigga Diddy. I heard that nigga, like, got, like, off a private jet from, like, somewhere in Dubai or some shit. Yo, like, Cassie was, like, at home with her fucking mom and all that shit. Blood was getting fucking dinner ready for the fam. Diddy fucking kicked the fucking door open like the fucking FBI when they got a warrant for somebody's arrest. Yo, I'm telling you, he said, yo, Cassie, get the fuck over here. We need a freak off. Dude, can you imagine, like, yo, just demanding some pussy like that? Like, yo, this nigga Diddy, like, yo, this nigga's the equivalency of Donald Trump. No, not even Donald Trump was on no shit like this. Like, Donald Trump might have been grabbing pussy like a fucking basketball, but still, Diddy's on some, this is some whole other shit. Like, and it ain't, like, even, like, he fucking her. Like, this nigga Diddy, like, come here, I need you to come get piped out. Like, yeah, that's insane, my nigga. Like, if a nigga even fucking think about my woman, I'm ready to catch a body. This nigga Diddy, this nigga fucking said, like, nigga, like, I heard this nigga had, like, multiple platforms recording that shit, blood. Like, I heard this nigga had, like, a fucking cell phone, a fucking iPad. I heard this nigga was recording that shit on a fucking drone, my nigga. Like, can you imagine the fucking view? I'm getting carried away. Anyway.
GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and alcohol in excess amounts during FOs, which allowed her to disassociate during those horrific encounters. It became commonplace to get IV fluids in the days after an FO to recover from excessive substances pushed upon her. That is some evil stuff, man, if this stuff is true. Evil, evil, evil. Somebody calls him brother love. This ain't no love, brother love. This is brother hate. This is brother destroy. This is brother kill someone's soul. Yeah, man, somebody with power like that, you know, it's...
Bless her, that's Brother Lynch.
It's really hard to get out of those situations. Frequently, her anxiety before an FO would become so great that she would become physically ill, sometimes to the point of vomiting while kneeling over a toilet. Mr. Combs would shame her into performing for him, eventually forcing her to get up and proceed with the encounter. She knew firsthand that telling Mr. Combs that she did not want to engage in FOs was met with anger and violence. In addition, any suggestion that Cassie would refuse the FO or otherwise report Mr. Combs' abuse was met with ultimatums by Mr. Combs, who would say that Cassie could not go to the police because she had a lot to lose. You know, without going into too much crazy details about the you know, stuff with the males that she was doing, he basically would watch you know, do his thing in the corner, which is some freak stuff. They would have these like face masks, you know, involved costumes like masquerade masks and lingerie. They continued for years, taking place at high-end hotels across the United States and in Mr. Combs' home. The suit says that he instructed Cassie to search the websites of escort services to procure male sex workers. Wild, man. All this stuff is crazy. You already got people reacted to it. 50 reacted to it. 50's always been the type to clown Diddy.
I think that's about the gist of it. My bad, Joe. I'm mad drunk. Oh, wait a second. Wait. I think there might be more. What?
Just doing weird things from a lot of people, from people that used to voice their experience on a lot of things. And, it's looking like a surviving Diddy saga is probably going to.
So, yeah, okay. So, my bad. I got mad drunk and, I was, yapping a lot. So, my bad. And I already know I'm going to get hate for that in the comments. But, anyway, yeah, like I said, it say at 8:59 a.m. God damn, that's early. The NYPD says the information is spokesperson provided about Lock Diddy investigation was incorrect. The full NYPD statements read yesterday. A member of the NYPD's Public Information Office. Oh my goodness, what is that word? Erroneously? I don't even know what the fuck that is. That sounds like some kind of erection, but told a reporter about the apparent existence of an active case file containing the name Sean Combs. There is no such investigation. Yo, I'm telling you, that Diddy money long, nigga, that shit fucking go on forever. Fuck, that Diddy money longer than a life sentence, my nigga. Jesus Christ, the NYPD came and said, nigga, Diddy, nah. How much you think he fucking paying the chief off? I'm telling you, the chief, nigga, if the IRS probably did a deep dig into this nigga's finance, they'd be like, yo, what the fuck, nigga? You making like 14 salaries. What's going on here? But okay, anyway, it's a investigation of the president. Oh, wait a second. There is no such investigation at present. I'm telling y'all, man. NYPD, them niggas gonna swoop in like that nigga Vulture from Spider-Man. Further, the release of such information is not consistent with the internal policies of the Office of the Deputy Commissioner Police Information. The NYPD always treats allegations of sexual assault, rape, I can't say that word, my fault, extremely seriously, and urges anyone who has been a victim to file a police report so that support and services can be offered to survivors and comprehensive investigation can be conducted. And this was the other shit I had seen right here. Because from what I seen, so we see that this nigga Diddy ain't he's obviously not under the fucking police eye, publicly. I mean, if they fucking watching, like I said, they got one of them fucking little minivans where the fucking windows is spray painted white, you know what I'm saying? And they got a fucking full computer lab in the fucking back of that shit. Cause god damn it, yeah, they gotta have this nigga on the fucking mic or something. Cause they flat out came and said nah, nigga, we ain't watching Diddy, nigga. He said, you know, those niggas like K-Flock out here, right? He did that show. Remove a puff. How much do you think he fucking paid her to settle though? Because that's the thing. It says they reached some kind of settlement. I ain't gonna lie, blood. Yo, hey, now y'all we gotta protect Cassie though, because I'm telling you, God forbid, but Cassie can't come up missing in a couple weeks, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? If Cassie's some kind of tragic plane crash, my nigga, I ain't gonna lie, blood. This nigga Diddy gotta go, y'all. We gotta fucking what that nigga fucking young boy's homie Big Ben. What did he say to King Von? Yo, y'all remember what Blood said? He said something about, oh yeah, you jokes, the joke's on you. You diss now, you're getting wrapped down. Yo, this nigga Diddy, if something happened to Cassie, Diddy gotta get wrapped down, my nigga. Alright? I believe Cassie, I'm disappointed her silence can be bought. Facts! Yo, she came out looking like Martin Luther King for all the fucking women out there, all the domestic abuse survivors, you know what I'm saying? All the fucking bitches that was fucking taking Floyd Mayweather compost. Yo, I'm telling you now, in Dragon Ball Z when a nigga fucking hit you 19 fucking times and you go back flying? The girls that survived that shit. You hear me? I'm not even being funny, blood. I'm being serious. Yo, this was your fucking time to really step into a whole new avenue, Cassie. But nah, yo, you sold out. this nigga Diddy, like, you know, a lot of these people come out and say, I did this shit not just for the attention and all that, but so that this nigga can't do it to somebody else. Well, Cassie, guess what? What's the girl, Young Miami? I can only imagine what she going through. Yeah, I'm telling you now, like Diddy probably got her outside sleeping in some little fucking what do you call it? Some little wooden shack. Yeah, remember that nigga Snoopy from Charlie Brown? That's probably what turned Diddy on for Young Miami. She probably in the backyard, you know what I'm saying, sleeping in some little wooden built doggy house. I'm telling you, I mean, Diddy, if what they say is true about this nigga, like blood needed to be stopped. Like when this nigga dresses like the Joker on Halloween, it's an accurate depiction, my nigga. Like this nigga really is a super villain if this is what he's doing. Like and I know niggas like that done been like, you know, in some DV situations where they don't like got into it and like had to fucking give their women they work. And I'm saying like that ain't right, but at the same point in time, like it'd be one thing if Cassie was like beating the shit out of Diddy, you know, maybe like hit this nigga with like a fucking knife or something, you know, put a gun on him, you know, and they got into it and this nigga fucking like hit her back a few times and maybe like fucked her, gave her a black eye or something. But what I'm fucking hearing, I'm not trying to justify domestic abuse, but I'm just saying like, you know, if women are gonna ask for equality, my nigga. Like, let's keep it a P blood. Like, you can't just be equal when it's like beneficial to you, like in the fucking courts, or like, you know, when it comes to you using your fucking looks and charm to, you know, advance in the fucking all kind of fucking like, you know, job world, fucking just overall, just in society. You know what I mean? People willing to bend over to your every knees because you're beautiful. If you really want equality, you wouldn't even want those things to factor into your life. You know, it'd be purely based off your mindset and your skill and what you're capable of. And I'm getting mad sidetracked, but my whole fucking point is, yeah, it's fucked up that she sold out for that shit, bro. And I just think that's bullshit, man. And I'm not like devaluing what happened to her or nothing, because again, I don't think it's right for this to happen to her. It isn't like she was like attacking Diddy or like when Krishan Rock took that bottle and fucking low key tried to fucking get that nigga Blueface permanent brain damage. Like, I would have understood if the famous Crip would have fucking like hit her with like a swanton bomb or something. But no, like that's not the case here. Like this is just like purely just somebody trying to control a woman. You know, this is somebody who probably beat this girl, told her she'll never be nothing. Pretty much, like I said, treated her like a fucking dog. You remember when Michael Vick was doing the dog fight? That's probably how Diddy was trying to treat Cassie. And I'm not getting down with that, but you know, again, if she was really a victim, beyond all the money, you would think that she would just want to see this nigga convicted. But again, I don't really know in the comment section. Y'all gotta let me know. My bad. I've been yapping. This is probably a long ass video. I already know I'm probably gonna get hate because I just been fucking like drink talking, but it is what it is. I'm just so fucking happy to be recording. Y'all just don't know how happy y'all make me. Even the niggas that don't like me, y'all just don't fucking like know how happy y'all all make me, bro. Because like I love this shit. Like my life be so empty sometime, and just like fucking like getting on here, getting fucked up, and just talking about this shit. It makes me feel good, you know. Like when I read some of y'all's comments, whether y'all fucking laughing at me for having porn open, which I ain't gonna lie, y'all think I do that just for the clout. I promise you, I be beating my meat before these videos. Trust me, I handle myself, my nigga. But yeah, it's all just fucking. I just love it all, bro. You know, I really hope like one day I can get this channel monetized and like just get paid for this shit. Yeah. I doubt it'll happen, but trust me, I'm gonna keep trying, my nigga. But yeah, I'm just so grateful for anybody who do watch me, and I love you. And like I said, once I get off probation and I don't have to fucking pay these niggas no more, I literally like I just want to just start trying to like cash out people who fuck with me in the comment section. But yeah, if you enjoyed this vid, like Seb, we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so fucking much, you guys. The liquor talking, huh? I love y'all. Peace.